On this episode, I'm back out in the Mojave Desert all by myself exploring segment 4 of the East Mojave Heritage Trail. So hop in and come along for the ride. It feels so good to get out and walk around. Oh my God. Okay, we just got off the road onto the trail on the beginning of the East Mojave Heritage Trail, segment 4. This is one of the segments I haven't done yet, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, let's get aired down and get on the trail. It's now mid-March and California is bracing for a storm that will pretty much hit the entire state, minus a few places. And this is one of them, the Eastern Mojave. So here I am. I'm hoping to complete more of the East Mojave Heritage Trail, and this is segment 4. The weather seems to be cooperating so far, but the wind's picking up and there's a chance of rain. But here I go, venturing out into the desert, hoping for the best. I'm not really sure what to expect out here, as this seems to be one of the less documented portions of the Heritage Trail. So I'm excited to not only explore it for myself, but to bring it to you as well. The Mojave Desert is vast, and it has a way of quickly making you feel like you're all alone. Well, I guess I am all alone, but let's just say it's easy to get very remote, very fast. All these little blushy pink barrel cacti are really cool. They look like little trolls on the hillside. The farther in I drive, the more excited I get, along with a sense of nervous anticipation of what may lie ahead of me. I really don't know what to expect from this route other than what little info I can gather from my mapping software in Google Earth. I have no campsites picked out, and I'm pretty much just winging it out here. But honestly, for me, that just makes it all the more fun. The trail's pretty fun. Some fun little sections so far. Nothing too hard, but enough to make you slow down and be careful. seemingly endless stretch of two-track through the creosote-dotted flats are finally giving way to these rocky hills and canyons. As I push my way even further, the full scope of this enormous desert comes into view. This is where three southwestern deserts converge: the Sonoran to the east, the Great Basin to the north, and the Mojave. It's a delicate ecosystem home to the likes of bighorn sheep, the desert tortoise, the desert iguana, and owls, just to name a few. Okay, I'm on a long sandy track now, making up some time. I had looked and I had barely even scratched the surface of this trail. That's one thing you should keep in mind if you're gonna come do these heritage trails. Did I miss my, no. Is they're long. They don't look that long on the map, but they're kind of slow going because a lot of time you're crossing washes, you're crossing alluvial fans, which get really rutted out. So you're going kind of slow. So keep that in mind if you're gonna come down here. Plan for more time than you think. That being said, you could easily spend a few weeks on these trails and still not see everything. Okay, well, we got to the mailbox. So let's see what we got inside here. Oh, not much. Superfood smoothie. I think I'll put a sticker in here. What's the date today? I'm gonna say 15. All right, we did our part. Well, that mailbox was fun. I love the quirkiness of the Mojave Desert. You never know what strange things you may come across out here. We're still going. Let's see, what is it? 5 o'clock now. This trail is the gift that keeps on giving. So I think what I'm gonna switch to right now is looking for a camp spot. I'm hoping to find something that's sort of sheltered from wind. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of kind of sheltered options. Although truth be told, I haven't really seen any camp options because everything is, I've been in a wash for a long time, so there's like a slight chance of rain, so you never really want to camp in a wash if there's a chance of rain. Because of flash flooding and whatnot. I don't think that's going to happen, but you know, better safe than sorry. Well, I didn't see any campsites that are protected from potential wind, but this is a nice little spot. I think it'll do just fine. I don't know what happens to me when I finally get to camp. It seems to take much longer than it should to position my car. Okay, I found a nice little camp spot. It's pretty exposed, but I looked at the weather report and it says like 9-mile-an-hour winds, which is kind of what this feels like, just a breeze. So I pointed my car south. I'm like the king of overthinking so that it. The tent opens and the wind will hit the top of the tent. Hopefully, ideally. I'm always a little concerned about wind. I'm trying to figure out the direction. Some people lick their finger, some people can just tell. Me, I throw dirt. Coming from over there. This way. Like I said, the king of overthinking it. I think I'm gonna reposition this way. The wind's coming from pretty much where the camera is. All right, let's try this again. This rock under the front wheel. This one under the back. And perfect. All right, I think that'll be better. I just realized, I don't want to zoom. I realized I forgot all of my lenses to my Sony camera. God. I have one lens on the camera and it's the telephoto lens. Oh well. At least I got these action cams. I'm gonna set up camp and try not to think about it. So I also realized that I forgot to get some firewood. I don't think I've ever forgotten so many things. So many seemingly crucial things. My son Lennox, he likes me to collect these bullet shells. He's got an ammo can at home that we're trying to fill up. When he comes out with me, he looks for them, and I told him when I go out by myself, I would look for them too. So grab a couple of these. Alright, well, good thing I brought the tripod torch. That would have really sucked if I didn't even have that. No fire? You can't camp with no fire, can you? Man, Brian, you are just blowing it. Where's the steaks? Shoot. You lost my steaks? My bag of random steaks. I love this thing, but it is fiddly. Alright, I got this windscreen from Dodd. I don't know what that is. DOD. I've never tried this thing. Let's see if I can figure out how to set it up. Oh yeah. Alright. Wait, what? Alright. That can't be right. What's happening here? I have to outsmart this thing. Seems like a tall order. Right? What? It does not seem right. Okay, I got it set up. We'll see how it works. It's so quiet out here. And as of right now, the wind is almost non-existent. They have organic, grass-fed beef at Trader Joe's now. All right. Sorry, I don't have my low light lens, but it looks good. Yeah, that turned out good. I'm gonna eat it. I ended up with a perfect night at camp with almost no wind. I'll have another drink and stare at the flames for a while before heading off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. It's a nice morning here. It's a little cloudy, but at least it's not raining. Coffee segment complete. I'm gonna get pack camped up. Need more of this. Okay. I'm gonna get camp packed up, and we're gonna see if we can complete the segment 4 of the Heritage Trail. If not, I'll just have an excuse to come back. After a quick pack up of camp, it was time to get back out on the trail for day 2 of my solo adventure into the Mojave Desert.
pretty gray today, but the temperature is comfortable and there's no wind to speak of. But out here, that could all change in a matter of minutes. For now, I'm enjoying this leisurely drive through the desert. Spending so much time behind the wheel forces some creativity with physical fitness.
Well, we got into this Old Woman Mountain Preserve. It's Native American land. There's a finger up there that looks maybe like it could look like an old woman. Maybe I'll get out and see if I can zoom in and get you some really crappy footage of it. I do have my telephoto lens. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it kind of looks like an old woman with a big dress on, like a big flowy bottom to the dress, kind of lifting it up with her front hand as she's stepping up on the rocks, going uphill. I see that. Okay, Old Woman Mountain. Pretty sure I found the old woman.
Man, this place is huge, and I'm really out here now. I've taken all my precautions, but being solo out here can make you feel vulnerable and make you doubt your preparations. The desert has a way of making you feel simultaneously insignificant and invincible. Insignificant when you see how truly endless this place is. How your entire life's drama plays out against a backdrop that measures time in geological ages. Nothing about this landscape was made for us. It's hostile, unforgiving, and utterly indifferent to human existence. But invincible because you're the one species audacious enough to cross it anyways. There's something deep in our DNA that refuses to accept boundaries, that sees a horizon and needs to know what's beyond it. We don't belong out here by any reasonable measure, yet here we are, not just surviving, but finding beauty in the harshest places on Earth. That drive to explore, to push into the unknown even when it makes no logical sense, is what separates us from every other creature on this planet. It's places like these that remind us that we're both nothing and everything. Fragile beings with indomitable spirits, with the same dreams of every person who ever looked at an impossible landscape and decided to cross it anyway.
Okay, I'm taking a little side trail that goes to something called Painted Rock. And what I'm hoping is that it's some sort of petroglyph or something like that. I mean, painted rock, through the power of deduction from this brilliant mind. Okay, I'm taking a hike down to see if I can see what painted rock is all about. I'm thinking that it's in this rock formation here. God, I can barely see with the camera. Maybe this ND filter is too dark. That's a 32. Let's try a 16. Wow. Okay, that's better. It's beautiful out here. So this is painted rock. Man, it would be cool to camp up here. You got to get special permission from the organization that takes care of this place. I'm gonna keep looking maybe for some petroglyphs.
Hidden in these canyon walls are messages from people who walked the same ground thousands of years ago.
There are petroglyphs.
Petroglyphs, ancient rock art telling stories we can only guess at. Hunting scenes, spiritual symbols, maybe just someone saying, "Hey, I was here." They chose the most permanent canvas they could find, solid stone, to leave their mark. Each symbol is like a bridge across time, proof that the human need to create and be remembered is timeless.
Well, I found the petroglyph. I'm glad I went up there.
I'm starting to feel like I've stepped onto sacred ground.
There's a vibe here, you know? It's like, you can feel something, like, things used to happen here. You can feel there's kind of an energy here. At least I can, or maybe I'm just projecting. It seems like a lot of like wildlife, like lots of birds and lots of lizards, and things seem happy here. Tons of bees on this plant.
The Old Woman Mountains rise 5,300 feet from the sun-baked desert floor in the heart of the Mojave Desert. It's accessible only by four-wheel drive or a very long hike. In 1938, a rancher discovered the Old Woman meteorite, 6,000 pounds of cosmic iron that became the largest meteorite ever found on American soil. A star fragment older than civilization itself, patiently waiting in the desert dirt. Long before miners arrived, Native American shamans painted ochre spirals and carved petroglyphs in hidden mountain caves, creating sacred galleries where visions were born. These spiritual chambers still exist, their walls holding centuries-old conversations between human and divine. When bureaucrats proposed nuclear waste dumping in neighboring Ward Valley during the 1990s, these mountains became symbols of resistance, protecting a landscape that had already given so much, from meteorites to sacred visions to simple solitude. This is a living archive where every rock formation tells a story that's still being written.
This just might qualify as one of the most beautiful desert landscapes I've ever seen. All the different plants, so many birds, so many bees. I saw a desert rabbit run across the trail. Man, I'd love to camp back here. Bring kids and they could just explore for days. Well, I've spent a lot of time here. It's time to get back to the Jeep. I could go home now and feel fulfilled. Cool Dodge.
What an amazing place. When I was a kid, I remember driving through the Mojave Desert thinking it was just a barren wasteland. It seemed like a whole lot of nothing to me. No plants, no animals, no life. Now as an adult venturing into this landscape on the regular, I realized that couldn't be farther from the truth. This desert is mysterious like that. you don't really see what's there until you actually go into it. Crossing a huge sandy flatlands that connects the Old Woman Mountains in the west to the Turtle Mountains in the east, which is my next destination. This is a fun drive through here as it's mostly sandy, which allows me to get my speed up a little, which is good because I'm making up for some time spent in the preserve.
Weather's holding for now. Hopefully it holds for the rest of the trip. It's 72 degrees out right now. It's beautiful, perfect. Perfect weather. But yeah, I'm loving it out here.
Turtle Mountains come into view and the ridgeline is reminiscent of Kofa in Arizona. It's starting to feel like I'm crossing over into the Sonoran Desert, which is an incredible place. If you haven't seen my Arizona series, go check it out and consider liking and subscribing. I'll have a lot more videos coming your way. Got to another mailbox. All kinds of goodies in there. Some bubble gum. A rock. Some water. A weed grinder. What's this thing? A Lego flower. That's nice. I think that'll look good right there. Now we're talking. Look, I'm right next to this guy.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try and take a side chute off this trail to get over into those awesome mountain peaks over there. I see a couple, like a system of trails that looks like it goes over there. It might mean that I don't get to finish the segment 4, but I think that'll be worth it. I think those mountains look really cool. I mean, it looks cool over there too, but I gotta go over there and see this stuff.
Turtle Mountains in the distance, I'm realizing what an incredible route this is. I mean, those peaks don't even look real, and I'm pretty confident that this trail I found goes back into the heart of them.
Segment 4 is my favorite segment. Okay, well, I got to this camp spot at the end of this trail. It's kind of in this, it's in a cool canyon, but I'm really down the rabbit hole here, and tomorrow morning when I need to get out of here, it's going to take me forever and a day to get back out of here. There was a couple other kind of cool camp spots that are, you know, back in a little bit, that I think I might go back and camp at. There's a bunch of wood here. I'm going to think about it for a few seconds, but I think I'm going to pack up the wood and go for another camp spot. Okay, well, I found home for the night. Nice spot out in the open here. We got setting sun with the peaks over here, which will look nice when the sun sets. Let's get camp set up. I'm starving. I haven't really eaten today. I don't know why I always do this to myself. I had some like bread and butter this morning, but so I need to think about, I guess it's dinner at this point. Whether I'm cooking or just eating something easy. Not sure. I have a feeling it's going to get kind of windy tonight. Hopefully that's not true, but if it does, that'll be a little bit of a bummer. Wind is the one thing that can ruin your trip. It's not too bad right now, actually. It's just breezy, but I feel like as the sun sets, it might pick up a little. So we'll see. This is just a green chili chicken that I get from Trader Joe's, mixed in with a little bit of their frozen rice, and it's super easy and it's super good. The wind picked up pretty good, so I think I'm just gonna turn in early. It's a moment of calm right now, but it's blowing pretty good. So no fire tonight. I'll just try and get some sleep early and maybe watch a movie on the iPad. I'm watching Formula One Drive to Survive right now, and I'm obsessed with it. So I'll probably watch a couple episodes of that tonight. But anyways, good night from the Mojave Desert. See you in the morning. Good morning. Man, it was so windy last night. It's one of those nights where you don't know if you slept at all. I managed to make some coffee this morning. The wind's still howling this morning. That's why I'm in the truck. Wow, that was very windy. A stupid rain fly. That was quite the night. Anyways, I definitely need this coffee. So let's get on the trail and head out of here. Cheers.
Well, I didn't get to finish segment 4 in its entirety, but what I got to see out here was totally worth it. The canyons and peaks of the Turtle Mountain Wilderness were stunning, and the sacred ground of the Old Woman Mountains gave me a new perspective. Every overland trip starts with a plan. You map the route, you mark the campsites, and you calculate the mileage. But the agenda is always subject to change. That washout that wasn't on the GPS, the hidden canyon that begged to be explored, the perfect sunset that demanded you stop and watch. Those weren't in the itinerary, those were gifts. Out here, the best adventures happen when you let go of the plan and lean into the unknown. A wrong turn can lead to an incredible vista. Just one detour can become the highlight of the entire trip. We learn that rigid plans are just suggestions, and the moments that matter most can never be scheduled. There's freedom in accepting that you can't control everything. That sometimes the journey chooses you as much as you choose it. You see, for me, exploration isn't just about covering ground or checking boxes. It's about staying present enough to notice the magic happening right now. Being flexible enough to change course when something better calls, and wise enough to know that the best stories are always off the menu. And the greatest lesson for me, it's not about getting somewhere. It's about becoming someone who's capable of going anywhere, because that's what this is all about. This is Brian from Los Burros Overland, and until the next one, we'll see you down the trail. Adios.